Hello, everybody. My name is Alexandru Radu. I'm the business development manager for Argo Consulting. And today I'm going to talk to you about how you can adapt to the new normal using low-code business applications. It's funny because last year I was here in the same room, in a room full of people, speaking about technology. Now I'm in an empty room in front of my laptop. Hello, everybody. My name is Alexandru Radu. I'm the business development manager of Argo Consulting. And today I'm going to talk to you about how you can adapt to the new normal using low-code business applications. Last year I was here in a room full of people speaking about technology. Now I'm in an empty room in front of my laptop. And it's funny because people could see this as a downside, but I actually like to look at it from a positive perspective because you can actually watch this presentation safely on your own home or on your office and on your own time, maybe on your mobile device, maybe 2 months from now on YouTube. So things are changing and we need to rapidly adapt to the new normal. And also businesses are changing and businesses really need to adapt to the new normal. And how can they do that? Because of course technology plays a big part, and we have seen that these days in order to be able to continue working, but also to have that competitive edge over the others in the market, you need to rapidly adapt your business processes to be present where your customer is present and to be able to gain an advantage in front of your competitors. So to do that, I will show you how other customers have already adapted, and we have seen that those customers that were already having, let's say, go-to strategy towards technology and towards, for example, towards online selling, those customers were the ones to adapt most rapidly to the new world. So I'm going to be sharing with you some customer stories and some of the ways of how our customers managed to adapt to the new normal. And we have customers from all the industries, and we have seen several challenges in those industries, and also we have seen how they manage to adapt and to perform in their industries and to become industry leaders. So my first example is Dr. Lahu. Dr. Lahu managed to become the #1 dental services company in Romania based on the number of locations, and they managed to do this in this pandemic period. And also they have provided emergency services during lockdown, and they have managed to expand internationally, opening a new office in London. And we have been there with them in this road, helping them to digitalize their business with our Argo BPM platform, but also with the ERP solution from Microsoft, because we are the main partner implementing Microsoft ERP in Romania. Also with the cloud solution. So all their strategies also based on digitalizing their business, and that gives them the competitive edge and the thing that can help them stay competitive and be that company that really leads the way in dental services in Romania. These are just a few images from their regional center that they just opened in Iași. It's a really modern one. And as I was telling you, we have developed, using our Argo BPM platform, their full solution that they are using now to do the scheduling of the patients, to have the patient file and the dental history and so on. So the full solution, which is a cloud solution, mobile friendly and so on. So you will see how we can do this and how we can help companies achieve this level of digitalization without actually writing any code. This is the fun part. Another example is that companies, as I was telling you, companies that already had initiatives, for example, for selling online, were the ones to adapt the quickest. So I will just take the example of KFC. KFC is one of our customers who is also digitalizing their business with our Argo BPM platform. They have managed to launch their own online orders platform during this pandemic period, and they are also right now seeking over 400 people which they want to hire to support their own home delivery process. And they have also, with our help, expanded internationally, and they have opened 16 restaurants in Italy using our ERP solution. And also, as I was telling you, we are helping them digitalize their business with the BPM platform. They're digitalizing all the back office processes like internal approvals, purchase requests, purchase orders, all the advance requests and contract approvals and invoice scanning and so on. So we are doing all of this digitalization with them with the Argo BPM platform that helps them actually move forward and expand. Another example is from the agricultural industry. Our customer Agri, which is actually a brand that they have managed to actually very successful merge of two companies in Romania, Confert and Rodoxim, two extremely well-known companies in the agriculture market. They have managed to merge them. They have also pursued a very digital presence in social media. They're doing farmer vlogs, so they have adapted their communication strategy to the new normal. They have created and pushed forward digital services for their customers like parcel management, and they are also digitalizing their business with our Argo BPM platform and with the help of our ERP system from Microsoft Dynamics 365 NAV or Business Central, which is also implemented in cloud. So just another example. Also, we have seen that customers are really adapting now, and the customer journey is a lot moving now from retail to business. So even if, for example, customers are from the manufacturing industry, like Elasin, which is the number one manufacturer of hearing protection, they have also moved their customer journey to a business-to-business model, and we have helped them with our Argo BPM platform to build a customer portal for orders and maintenance, so customers can go and see their orders and their maintenance. And now they're doing an international rollout of the business-to-business customer portal. So just another example. Also, what as a trend, let's say, what we have seen is that those customers that had big solutions, for example, ERP solutions, those are usually really hard to develop and do that. Those developments that really identify you as a company, because as you know, each company is unique, and you need to have flexibility when you develop new scenarios, new applications, and new workflows. So what we have seen is that with the help of our BPM platform, you can really rapidly, let's say, be extremely agile. And this is what Viarom did. Viarom is our customer from the construction industry. So they have built, with the help of our Argo BPM platform, a mobile solution for construction site management. So what they are actually doing right now is agile development, build as you go. So they're just adapting and building processes based on how the business is going and where the market leads them. And they can do this and be extremely agile by having the BPM platform and by being able rapidly adapt and to rapidly build this kind of applications and flows. And of course, the solution is integrated with the ERP, which is also the ERP from Microsoft implemented by us, and with other PRM solutions. And we have also seen another shift from, let's say, buying solutions to building them inside. So there are inside of, let's say, in-house. So there are also customers that use our BPM platform to build solutions, software solutions on their own. And Fieldas and Catena are an example for this. So they are using our BPM platform as a platform to just build by themselves a lot of applications and flows that help them in their pharmaceutical processes. So what you can actually do, let's say it's a mind shift from the old way of doing things and developing applications. With the Argo BPM platform, which is a low-code development platform, you can really easily develop web applications which are mobile friendly. They are responsive, so they readapt automatically on any device you use. So you can use them on your mobile. And you don't have to write code. You just design the flow, as you can see in this image, for example. So you design the flow, design the interface, and then you will have a web application, as I was saying, without writing any code, because this is the shift that it's happening right now. It's the shift from custom development to low code. And we have seen that, of course, hiring an experienced developer, it's sometimes really expensive and also difficult to find such a resource. And for you to write and to develop a web application, a really good web application for these present times, as a developer, you really need to have something like 4 to 5 years of experience and to know 4 or 5 technologies. With the help of a low-code platform such as Argo BPM, you can, in 1 month, be up and running and create the same quality web applications, again, without writing any code. So this is how the platform looks like. The platform, as I was telling you, where you actually develop without writing any code. Everything, of course, because it's a business process management platform, starts with the workflow. This is just a simple example of advanced requests. So this is a simple flow of designing an advanced request process. And any flow, of course, has states like draft, sent for approval, approved, validated, rejected, paid, and activities like edit advanced is the activity or the screen where you need to input the information for your advanced request. And you can edit that screen just visually. Of course, you can create a screen in Romanian, a screen in English, and so on. So you can edit visually this screen with buttons and fields, and you can add them visually. It's a editor like what you see is what you get type of editor, when you can add buttons and text areas and so on. And this is just an HTML interface, but simplified for your average, let's say, user. So, for example, we have this button, send for approval. We can edit this this button and what this button actually will do, and we can give life, let's say, to the application. So we will, for example, we could fill in the parameter if this would have been a field. Because it's a button, we will have, for example, a confirmation message. Are you sure you want to send this for approval? We will have availability of the button. Does the button appear on the form or not? Yes, no, dynamic. And with the help of the dynamic function, you can actually it's the point where you give, as I was telling, give life to the application, because you are using business rules. And this is the point where usually you should have written some code, but in this platform, you don't have to write any code. You just write simple rules that are like, let's say, like functions in Excel. So if you know how to write functions in Excel, you should know how to write a simple rule, and from there, of course, learn how to write more complicated ones. And it's just a list of operators which we are using. It's mathematical operators and other types of operators. But with the help of these operators, we can create any type of rule that gives us the facility to create any type of web application. I repeat, without writing any code. We have the plugins mechanism, which is extremely important because this is actually the connection with all the other solutions from the company. So for example, I will take the simplest example. I want to send an email. I will just create an instance of this plugin, and I will just have to fill in the parameters, for example, from, to, subject, field, and so on. So for example, if I want the from field, I will just write a constant, so my email address, or a rule where I will say, okay, if something happens, if A, then my email address, if not, if B, someone else's email address, or I will be able to call another plugin where I will say, okay, get the email address from the ERP system, for example, and use that to send the message. And we have created a lot of plugins, and we can create many more. For example, we can directly connect to SQL Server if another application like an ERP application maybe does not have a way to connect. We can easily call an SQL statement, a SQL statement. We can, of course, integrate with the web methods or directly to the ERP system. For example, we have already created the connections with NAV, Business Central, AX, CRM, and so on. So the solutions from Microsoft, and not only. And we can just easily call a plugin to create an entity, to create an instance of an entity into the ERP system without having to write any other piece of code. Of course, we have the templates. So if you want to print out some PDF file, you will just have to create this kind of template. Really, really easy to use. Just fill in the parameters that you want to have on your document. And of course, you have the administration with all the permissions, roles, and the documentation and tutorials that help you really easily understand the application. And of course, with our support, this can turn out as you as the customer or you as a partner being able to develop such flows. So customers can develop their own flows using the platform. Also, partners can do this because we have just launched a global partnership program where we are just now actively recruiting partners that can be able to sell or to implement our BPM platform. So you can be a reseller, for example, or you can be a technological partner if you also have the skills and you want to skill your resources to be able to build flows, applications, and maybe your own applications. You also can build them with our BPM platform instead of maybe doing custom development. But this is just a way to go. Also, we have built a lot of flows and a lot of applications. A lot of them are around digitalization, as I was giving you some examples from our customers. So, for example, in the digitalization area, we have built things around scan of invoices and OCR, so data recognition from the invoices, AI model training, where we train an AI model to recognize the data from that invoice, approval flows, ERP integrations. From the purchasing perspective, in the purchasing department, we have built flows around internal approvals of purchase requests, purchase orders, and invoice, approvals of contracts, budget versus expenses. In the expense management area, we have built all the flow for advance request, expense request. We have also built things around paperless and document management. So we want to actually have and be able to help our customers to have any type of document and flow in the company transformed in an electronic way, so that they can register their document, have an approval flow, attach the document goes into SharePoint based on the Office 365 integration. So actually we can build any type of flow. This is the example of the digitalization process with scanning and recognizing the data from the invoices. And I will just briefly show you how it could look like. You could, of course, approve the flow from your mobile. So, for example, you are creating a new invoice that needs to be approved. You're attaching the invoice, and usually you will see the invoice in the right side of the screen, and usually you would fill in manually the data from the invoice. This is just an example of a flow built with our BPM platform. And you would fill in the information like document number, supplier, and so on. But another way to go is just to train an AI model, a machine learning model, to recognize the data from these invoices. So you will just need to give the machine learning algorithm 2 examples and to train the algorithm so that it can recognize, for example, where it can find the invoice number. And now I'm telling him, okay, you can find the invoice number here. You can find the VAT number, for example, in this field. You can find the supplier here, and so on. So by this mechanism, which you only need to do for 2 invoices, from the 3rd invoice, the algorithm will automatically recognize the information from the invoice, and you will be able, with the help of the BPM solution, to fill that information automatically in, like in this example. So the data was now automatically being filled out, and you can now send it for approval. For example, you send it for approval to the marketing department, and then to IT, and so on. So it depends on how your internal flow of approval it's being done, and you send it for approval, and then the person receiving it can approve it from their mobile device. This is an example how the application would look like. The web application would look like on their mobile device, and they will be able to approve it, and then they will be able to see all the status and the history of approvals and other documents attached to it, and so on. So this is just a short example of digitalization, but we have done this in different industries for different scenarios, from insurance, where you can build damage claims, risk inspections, or customer service, to health, where, as you saw, we have built things around patient file, provider requests, managing appointments, to energy, to services, where we build a lot around timesheets and spending approvals and managing the contracts and the resources and projects, to banking, where all the process of new account setup and granting the online credit for companies and for persons can be created, and also things like flows in the government area. So we at Argo Consulting, we provide complete solutions, and those solutions are usually built using the Dynamics ERP solutions from Microsoft, known as NAV, Navision, or Business Central, AX, Dynamics 365, Finance and Operations. We are integrating these, let's say, core solutions with our Argo BPM platform that comes to give that extra edge and that look and feel, which is easily to understand for the users, easily to adapt, and easy to adapt a new flow in the company. Of course, integrated that flow with the ERP solution. On top of that, of course, we are implementing the Azure infrastructure. So we are implementing these solutions on top of Azure infrastructure. We are integrating them with Office 365, and we are using Power BI for reporting. And the best thing is that now we can attract European funds for digitalization to implement exactly these solutions that I was telling you about. So this program has just been announced, and we are working with a consulting company which helps us and helps you actually to write your application to get the funds for digitalization. So the fundings are between 15,000 and 100,000 euros. Your co-financing must be between 15% and 30%, and you only have to be a small and medium business, so up to 250 employees or up to 50 million euro revenue. So if you are a small and medium business, you can discuss with us, and we will discuss together with you with our consultancy partner, and we can help you with a full consultancy package plus the digitalization solution for your business to go actually to the next level. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a pleasant conference up until the end. Goodbye.